Stehausen, who is winning the World Cup?
France.
France.
Germany.
Germany.
I went Brazil. Why has no one else gone Brazil? Why do I feel...
Because Brazil have won it 5 times, but they've never ever won it in Russia.
Okay, shut down. Damn it, who has won it in Russia?
Yeah.
I should have picked them. Yeah, well, what we've got, and we'll be bringing them up as we talk through them. Everyone's
North Korea won it in Russia. According to Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
Told them they've won it 5 times.
Absolutely. Yeah, everyone's worked through how they think all the groups are going to go, etc. And we're going to be bringing them up on the screen as we talk through them. I think the really interesting talking point that comes out of this, because I think there's been a lot of similarities. I think by and large, the usual suspects are getting through all the groups that we've all got them there. Uruguay, Spain, France, Croatia, Brazil, Germany. Hang on a second, who's this, Dave? England top of Group G. Wow. Anyone else get England top of Group?
No.
No one else put England
I think
top.
the big thing there is that the Belgium game's the last game, right? So it's England-Belgium playing the final group game, and I think England will score more than Belgium, and that last game will be a draw. So I think they'll top it, same points.
Honestly,
7 points each. Both go through.
I share your logic, but I think the other way around. I think Belgium will score more. I think Belgium will have scored more in the games leading up to it. And I agree. I think it'll be a draw between England and Belgium. It'll go down to goal difference.
I think that's it. I think it just went with that. I think with Kane, Sterling, Dele Alli, Lingard, Marcus Rashford, there's a lot of goal scoring potential. I think Belgium have got some potential. Like Lukaku's not done the best at international tournaments.
Lukaku.
But then
Lukaku's record murders Harry Kane's record at international tournament. The last one, the Euros.
But at the same time, you've got that Belgium's team with Martinez. There's going to be a bit of time for that to get clicked at international tournament, where I think England will start quite quickly, and I think they'll do quite well in the group.
So you've got England top in the group ahead of Belgium. Everyone else got England second, which just quickly, because obviously we've done our England preview. Let's quickly talk through what England's route would be then to inevitable elimination. I'm so sorry, I genuinely can't help myself. I got them to go second in the group to come up against Senegal in the second round.
You think Senegal top in that group?
I've put Senegal top of the group because I think it's going to be all about Sadio Mane.
I've got Poland top in that group.
You forget that James Rodriguez literally was absolutely awesome in 2014.
No, I haven't forgotten that.
That's why.
I also haven't forgotten that was 4 years ago.
And James Rodriguez has been so good this season. Back on that level with Bayern Munich, playing some really good stuff.
I think the Group H is I mean, Group D is being labelled as the group of death, isn't it? And we'll talk about that in a moment. But Group H is the one group I think that everyone's
closest, I think.
Gone the maddest on.
It's Group H because it's the hipster group, right?
The hipster group, sure, absolutely.
That's where, that's when getting all your flares out and stuff.
So Dave, you went Colombia, Poland, Senegal, Japan. Steve, you went Poland, Senegal, Colombia, Japan. Barry, you went Colombia, Senegal again, and I was the only one who went Senegal. I think you're all crazy. I can't see how Poland are top in the group if I'm perfectly.
Poland aren't getting out of my group.
Poland are a good side, I think, with Lewandowski again scoring goals and qualifying for fun. I think they've got enough to get out of that group, but not enough to go any further. I think that's kind of what you always see with the Polish side. There was a few good players last time. Kaputska came out, moved to Leicester City, didn't do anything. They always have one guy that kind of emerges from pretty much nothing. Milik as well, who's now fit again after about 2 years of being injured. Yeah. There's some goal scoring potential there, and I think
they top it. I think they've got the best overall team, and I think they're going to top that group, but then I think they're going to get beaten by a better England team in the knockout stage.
Interesting stuff. So the quarterfinals, I thought were interesting from yours then, Baz. Germany-England quarterfinals. It's deliciously World Cup, isn't it? Yeah, it's a German win.
Yeah, it is. Met them 2010, didn't we? And they destroyed us, even though Frank Lampard's shot went about 14 yards over the line. That's 3-1. But this side is the German side. They just keep churning it out. Fantastic side, and they've got the know-how, which is key. It's all very well going. He's had a good season. He done well in qualifying. England, if you look at England in qualifying, virtually every tournament, they're amazing, and they get there and they forget to be out. They can pass a ball and stuff. Whereas the Germans, throughout my whole life, have always delivered. Yeah. Even if they've lost in finals, or they get through. They have the know-how.
Steve, who are your two semi-finals?
That's the thing. I don't know what it was. I just think everyone fancies Brazil. They're the clear runaway favourites. Everyone's talking about them. From what I've seen, they've got it all.
Yeah.
But sometimes that's not enough, is it, to win a World Cup? I think you've got to have a bit of luck as well.
But yeah, if I'm having it all, sometimes not having it all is not
I just
enough.
think that that France team, on paper, nothing comes close to it, but it never materialises. And I just think that's the big shock is going to be Brazil go out to France in the semi. I think that's the one.
Didier Deschamps is their coach, though. He doesn't have a clue at international football.
Mate,
He
we got to
play
a final
Antoine-
in the Euros,
Yeah, but
mate.
he didn't play Antoine Griezmann as a 10 until like the quarters.
Yeah,
He's
David,
clueless.
You can talk about yours when it's your go.
I'm just telling you that you're wrong, is what I'm saying.
So Dave, you went for Portugal, Brazil, Croatia, Germany as your semi-final.
So Croatia are the guys.
How the fuck have Croatia got to the semi-final?
And I'm wrong.
They've really
He wants to
slipped
tell me
through.
where I'm wrong.
So
Let's go through this. So Croatia, top Group D.
Okay, so Sampaoli's Argentina. They're
Can
going to
we-
take a bit of time to get adjusted to international football.
Okay.
They play crazy formations. They play crazy systems. Croatia just seem like they are right now. You've got Rakitic and Modric in midfield. You've got like the Perisic and Mario Mandzukic.
Just clip this up for me, please.
And I think the big thing with that is that they'll be a team that may be ugly. They'll be like a 4-4-2 team. They're going to get, they're really going to go far in terms of what they're doing. I think they'll top that group because of Sampaoli's Argentina. Will take a bit of time to get going.
Okay, so just to clarify, Croatia topped the group
Yep.
ahead of Argentina, Nigeria, and Iceland.
Yep.
Before facing off against Denmark, and okay, fair play. So Denmark, I think that's. I think I get Croatia taking on Denmark. I think that's fine. Having gotten through Denmark, Croatia then come up against Spain in the quarterfinals, beat Spain.
Yep.
To progress to the semis, but unfortunately just fall a little short in the
Germany do them,
semi-finals.
yeah, it's upsetting. The Croatian nation are behind the lads and Germany. Timo Werner, last-minute winner. I think in terms of Spain, you look at how Spain are tactically set up as well. They're a blend of the old Spain, Barcelona Spain, with this Atletico Spain. The likes of Koke, Diego Costa, with Iniesta and Busquets in midfield. Doesn't work. There's going to come a point where a team will just sit deep. They won't feed Diego Costa. They're not going to cross it to Costa. They'll play someone like Aspas up top. They're not going to get him the ball, and there's going to be problems on the counter-attack.
That's why I've got Argentina beating
Perisic.
them.
So Perisic, this big sort of season again from Perisic in terms of assists. 7 assists to Icardi. Just to Icardi. A target man, a striker that likes to get in the penalty area. Mario Mandzukic, what a target that is. Imagine him up against like Ramos, Busquets, with someone like a PK in there. You see Mario Mandzukic might come out. And then you've got the X factor of Kramaric. Kramaric, obviously a Leicester City, moved over to Hoffenheim. He's obviously their best player. Every single time I watch Hoffenheim, Kramaric is on point. 28 goals and 14 assists in the last 2 seasons. He's going to be the standout player for Croatia.
I mean, the semi-finals wise, I think that's where the tournaments normalise it. The World Cup, I think you can have mad ones in Euros, but I think in terms of semis, I've got France, Brazil, Spain, Germany in my semi-finals. I don't really see.
Yeah, we're boring that, mate.
What's boring?
Come on,
I don't.
what about your quarters, right?
I would have had the exact same as you.
Yeah.
Only I've
So
got
my quarters
Argentina.
were Portugal, France, Brazil, Belgium, Spain, Argentina, Germany, England. I think that's. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Where's your fun team in there?
No, exactly. That's what I mean. That's where it's maybe lacking
Because
a
if you've
little
not had
bit.
Iran going to the final.
They're not my pick. We'll come on to that in a second. Okay then. Who's your shout? Oh, okay, I'm gonna say shout for dark horses, but Croatia. Fine.
Quite clearly.
Steve, who's your dark horse?
It's Argentina, I think they just about qualify as a dark horse. because
Lionel
of how
Messi.
Poor the defence is. Just no one's backing them to win, are they?
Argentina, dark horse.
Lionel Messi,
Aguero.
Higuain, Di Maria.
They're a dark horse. Unless you got. You need to give me your parameters of a dark horse. Are they fancied to win the World Cup? So they're a dark horse.
I did not fancy. No.
No,
Come on.
not at all. No
They're
one's backing
finalists in
Argentina.
2014.
All right, great. England was finalist in 1966. Back then.
Yeah, but that was what 50 years.
Yeah, it was quite. The comparison wasn't great there,
listen.
mate.
No,
Bang
bang
on.
on.
Let him have
Absolutely
that.
bang on.
Listen, you've gone for your dark horse. Who's yours?
This doesn't add up because I've got
Germany.
them getting knocked out. But the dark horse, you'd have to say is Belgium.
Okay.
Given the players they've got available, if they put everything
But they're
together,
ranked third in the world. How
they
can you
could-
have them?
well, because
That's what I'm saying.
in a conversation to win it, they probably wouldn't be in the conversation to win. I don't
I don't
think.
think Argentina are in it. Hence why
I think Messi drags them into that,
Yeah,
though,
no, I
like
think
he
he
did
does,
in the last one. That's just the. But
I
think,
think, but you're right. I think if you look at the pure quality of the players, I think Argentina.
Only in the forward
They're the best centre
4 or
forward.
5.
yeah, the defence horrendous. Defense.
United's backup goalkeeper is far and away their number one. He ain't going. They're like that now. Anyone?
So I went for a genuine dark horse, England. England or Senegal. I like
Senegal.
Yeah.
Have you got them coming out of the group?
I have got Senegal getting out of the top of Group H.
Just because if Mane didn't play for them, say Mane didn't play for Liverpool, say he'd left and went back to Southampton because
seeing a
Southampton.
connection
Yeah, but that would mean he was shit. If he's not, he's dead good. You know, he's off the back of scoring in the Champions League final.
Isn't
Isn't he joining Real
of
Madrid
course.
though in the summer?
Shut off your balance. But I think you need three decent players. I think in his side, and I think he's that one where he's got loads of pace. He's actually gone up a level. I think he went up a level during the European Cup final. Is it just kind of guy there? So they've got that destroyer in midfield as well. They've got. I think you only need. I think you need 3, maybe 4 really good players to get out the group.
Like
Do you know what,
Croatia.
when you look through these teams is, like you said, even Croatia, Senegal, you go through all of these teams and you go, he's tasty, fucking hell, he's tasty, they're tasty. And then you look at the England team, you go, oh, we're shit, aren't we? We are proper shit.
No, boo, I'm not having that.
If Senegal
you?
would have sucked the ass, they would have been dark horses.
Yeah, 100%.
So, your new favourite team? Peru. Why?
Best kit.
Why?
Because their main striker got a drugs ban and the teams in the group voted against it and he's not allowed to play.
He's playing,
Yeah, great that. Yeah, sweet.
Love it.
I love the kit.
Okay. Any other reason? I've got, and this ties into what I think will be my shout for best group match. Saudi Arabia I've got down because I think they're going to do Russia in the opener.
Did you watch them against Germany?
No.
They were surprisingly good. They actually played some surprisingly good football.
This is my football romantic coming out, that I just think, you know, you see it happen all the time with, you know, these group games. You always get a belter to open tournaments, and I could just see all the way to on Russia, Putin watching from the stands. You know what I mean? Have you seen that video where he's the redubbed video of him talking about the subtitle video of him talking about building his Death Star or whatever? The pressure on Russia is going to be immense. Everyone's going to be there, and Saudi Arabia are just going to waltz into town, and they're either going to batter them or they're going to do a really sneaky win, and they're going to be my new favourite team.
The 2 lowest ranked teams in a tournament to open the tournament.
Love it. That's got all the hallmarks that should be the worst game that's in the history of football, and I think it's going to be a belt. And
the amount of times the camera's going to cut to Putin, like, it's like he's
just doing this,
fart.
just doing this, something like that. Yeah, absolutely. Go on, Dave.
Serbia, I think they're going to be a good team to watch.
Young team as well.
Yeah, they've got a lot of the 2015 World Cup under-20 title-winning side, the likes of Milinkovic-Savic, Zirkovic, Jovic, and they got like Jajic, was at trial on United, very good technical number 10 now, and someone like Mitrovic. He's had such a good end of the season, and he's scoring goals for fun for Serbia. I think in the last friendly scored a hat-trick. I think they've got a really good blend of sort of, the likes of Ivanovic at the back and then Milinkovic. Like, he's a player that maybe a lot of Premier League fans haven't watched, but like he's a great player to watch.
I'd have
really
been with
technically
you, mate,
gifted.
if I hadn't watched Serbia and Chile last week.
Hard work.
I think there was more people in my house watching it than there was in the stadium. It was only me and a dog.
Sad. Any more shouts?
Hang on, I ain't finished. The commentary give up commentating on the game after 70 minutes, and then every time there was a sub, they'd just been like, read the sub out and then just carry on, I don't know, playing cards or something. It was the most bizarre game I've ever watched.
New favourite team?
Croatia.
Well, yeah, whether it's now,
England.
I'm not necessarily talking about the build-up. I mean, by the end of the tournament, who's going to be the team that you're like, what? I'm all over them. Like Cameroon in 1990, everyone came away a Roger Miller fan at the end of that. Colombia with James Rodriguez 4 years ago.
Let's just say Senegal.
Okay.
I love Brazil, but obviously they can't be my new favourite because they're already my favourite.
The only that I'll take out for
Iceland with
this,
Gylfi, because got the best hair.
well, this is the point. This is the point about Group D. Is I think Croatia, Nigeria. I think Nigeria the one. Everyone's going mad for Nigeria. Everyone's desperate to like Nigeria. If they get out the group, they could be one of that team. That everyone gets behind as well.
Iniacho will just turn into
primed,
just
ready to go.
He's the next one who someone like Barca come in for off the back of 7 goals in the World Cup.
So, 2006, there was a game, and I think it was like Ukraine versus one of the teams in red. And this is why it stands out in my mind, not because of the teams that were playing, that it was the worst game of football I've ever watched in my entire life. And it went to extra time, and it went to penalties. And like it was like I think it was 0-0 the whole way. And that was the point at which I reached football saturation of World Cup 2006. And I was working behind the bar. I had nowhere to go, and I had this game on the big screen. I had nothing to do, no one in, nothing to do but watch it, and it wouldn't end. And I thought, everyone's going to miss every penalty here forever and ever, and I'm going to be stuck watching this game for the rest of my life. What is going to be that game in this tournament?
Iran.
Tunisia, Panama is going to be an absolute stinker in the group stages.
I'm saying Iran, Portugal, because it's the last game. I think Portugal will be safely through. Iran won't be able to do anything. And if you look at how few goals actually Portugal score, that has got not just 0-0, but like a shot each for the entire game written all over it.
Ronaldo rested. Yeah.
And Kairos as well, being Ronaldo's part-time daddy. I think there's going to be something that gets played about in that. I reckon, that's just going to be absolute turd.
What did you go for?
Panama, Tunisia.
Yeah, I think you can't look much further than the last game of the groups and say who's got nothing to play for and who's got no ability. Switzerland, Costa Rica, and Australia, Peru were ones.
Costa Rica could turn it up with some good football. Yeah,
could well do.
Switzerland have got the ability to absolutely annihilate a game into sleep, but I think Costa Rica will liven that one up a little bit. Okay,
cool. The thing is, though, where we're always wrong, there's always that one game, as I said, like I think it'll be the opener this time, where everyone looks at it on paper and they look at the games and they look at, let's say Switzerland, Costa Rica or whatever, and they go, oh my God, that's going to be horrendous. And they end up being absolute belters.
There's rumours that Saudi Arabia and Egypt have said if whoever needs the points can take them, haven't they?
Wow.
I mean, obviously that's highly illegal, but so I would like to throw a fat allegedly in there. I've heard words that's how it might go down.
There's a game between Japan and Ivory Coast, I remember, on the last World Cup, was at like 2 in the morning. But it was actually like a really good technical game of football. So I imagine maybe Japan versus Senegal, that's it. That's the big one.
Pass. Okay then. Who's your shout for the Golden Boot? I gone two ways on this. I feel as though the World Cup's going to go, and it's not backed up by the fact that I've picked Brazil as my winners. This might be a tournament where you get like the old heads reign supreme a little bit to some extent. So I actually got Diego Costa as a shout for Golden Boot. He's not been great with fitness and whatever this season, but he's got that ability, hasn't he, to just be. You always see it like Miroslav Klose always.
Is he coming back for this World Cup?
Yeah, absolutely.
Goals
you do get renaissance of like old centre forwards. I mean, maybe you look past Mario Gomez. Yeah, that thing. I just think, and you also, and I've got this thing about how there's always a synergy with domestic football and international football in tournaments. Somehow, like how Greece winning Euro 2004 and then Liverpool winning the European Cup, like the underdogs doing things. I think it wouldn't shock me to see again an old guy. Failing that, I keep predicting him to be amazing, and he keeps letting me down. Is Gabriel Jesus. Keeps getting injured and ruining every prediction I have of him being the next best thing on earth. So maybe this will be the one for him.
Timo Werner.
Yeah, Timo Werner, definitely.
Really? Yeah. Is he going to play?
Yeah, 100%. Definitely starting centre forward, I think.
Okay. And I have seen him and Dave in the same place as well.
Just to clarify.
Never happened, actually.
People have been asking.
Just doesn't need the beard, that's all. If you've got no beard, that's Timo.
Okay,
I think Ronaldo's a shout, really do. I think that, you can't rule out Portugal. And with Real Madrid and how this season's been a bit sluggish and sloppy, you could see him just come into the World Cup being like, right, I've not been great in the knockout stage of the Champions League. This is going to be my tournament. Then they've built quite a good technical team, Portugal. Like they've slowly gone away from that workman-like 4-4-2. It still is, but they've got a bit of flair out wide now. So
who can put a slapping on a team in a group stage? Someone usually gets a hat-trick and then it's over.
I'm going.
Griezmann is another one.
See, I had Neymar and crossed him out
because of Jesus. Penalties and stuff. And I just think.
I think that metatarsal is going to be a problem, though.
France
We've seen it with England with the metatarsal and David Beckham with Wayne Rooney. That it's an injury that you can re-injure really easily. Like again, you know that if you play in Brazil, you're going to be doing the Sergio Ramos on Neymar, aren't you? As much as you can, you're going to be getting it in.
You'll spend all day on the floor if you do.
But then if you one hit on that metatarsal, he's gone.
Okay, good, brilliant. Shout. If you want to see the rest of the shout, obviously go back, look at the graphics that people have gone. If you disagree with anything we've put in our predictions, please feel free to use the comments below to pick them apart, because there are some random shouts. Fucking Croatia semi-finals. But then again, you did hear it here first. If you want to make yourself a very rich man, and then thank Dave off the back of it, by all means, feel free to.
I'll take 15% of that, by the way.
Yeah. Absolutely. Feel free to check back on the England preview as well that we recorded and went out yesterday. Gents, thank you very much. Drop a like, subscribe to the Ball Street channel. So much